and Moten and Kano, or one of our reporters on the ground. And after police in the she GH1 journalist Nasumuno. When so multimedia Joy News. Yeah, we are intern Joy News. The first election
Okitane tripod only on the
Joy News lady no have a number on the bomb
reporter okra tripod when or intern or shooting videos for your social media pages.
How a
guy no was so girl no
oh, can you imagine? Now, Obi.
That's a girl important.
Obi. Minim asin of so Kobi. Now treasure. From the onset, Pabo and Nabatu Numuno. And for so shall see from an opanu. Ebra police for no man who quite man metrophone would a munua. Mamin fasten off for the example. Nienti a be more can a dampai woni sinto. Na obo baby so a anopano a call ye na that time me na Alhaji Fuseni ya olusi elections papa ye obu bebrebe
yes ABF Fuseni ne omo a baby a na me gina no ya na e wo honom no anopano mo de matwofo no ba honom na police fo no e ka che omo no mu nkita tuo yes
wo de ma me mfa nto de ye ya wo kan na ho say ya soma omo without gun
okay
ba no mu nkita tuo eso omo make sure say metro ni bia nkroso sa live etu nim ne ye efie bi wo mfikyire ba bi ye to aba na chi na metwofo no kogu obi ani ho no mo tumi ba ba bi ani ye to aba no wuntumi nka say wo be dan hu metwo hu omo ewu obi a wo ba wo hye video seden obi a wo ba wa hye da akata na ni obi a wo ba ne machi soso obi a wo meto aba ni bi wo hono mo na wo ma ne kwan mani wura mu a eti police fo omodi omo ko ye ne de ne police fo omodi omo ko ye no mfonso wo mo ho
and my worry akwesi and say there is a by-election coming Akwetia. There is the 2028 general elections are airby. My fear for this country and is if we see Nyoma Yehu Ene actually said the Ghana Police Service clearly cannot protect our elections well. Sisi ami fear and say ebe encourage political parties to now build your more security and we may slide into a banana republic when that happens.
Me mahotosuo na me ma benefit of doubt here say Mati said the Minister of Interior and National Security Muhammad Mubarak Muntaka say some of the exercises in the course was rerun the course will be treated as criminal cases.
And you believe that?
I pray so. I pray so.
Because when him say omwa ekoko say ablekuma no ballot papers
omba obi
esi school dying
omba obi
not even one person has been arrested.
Yes. David.
Today. They were captured on video, so not even one person burning down a whole cluster of schools.
Enya ablekuma no fonko techima ni esi wo akwati ade na nestete ase anka no beka mo hu ni esi wo honom so. Ni nyina yenchi obia yeto abawie ye yenti se reforms bia se bia ye be ko se ye be ye sei strategy dada no an ye de ko eti se ye be ko by election wo akwati ade a eni o ye reporter na wo ko ajamaje se wo no wo ko anabambo ni di wachi ansa na parties ne de
na we so ye video be ya we ne eyi.
No, we are the second fight. So it's the way.
Nana Lloyd the enemy.
No, Chris Lloyd, no.
Nana Lloyd.
We.
How much has a bonus?
In Tomocho, no. So this was the second.
And we know the police for dim command.
They be not. They say ordinary police for the gate. Na no mudim command.
Oh, okay.
No mobile chain no kobo no.
Metro for now. She metro. She akwano. But then na obi a moto che sheniti o. Wa ye na dwe se obedi nsemo ne. Eti wo kono wo she moto che. Wa cover ne hu nyina. allow such a person mani remua? Why wouldn't him say nipa no kwa walk or no? What these guys no? Why could din some money? And see, what's so many room? And what's so obi a washimbo to che metro for obi the handkerchief for teaching ne winning and nuna on peso be hunanim. A woman,
but not just say because guy any police for the general. How on be train if police for the name?
Police for standing there.
Hey,
now send your music where you
police for me say you do how back say media for no police are away. I was in away.
Ain't it?
Yeah, the 9 1 for more.
Oh no, but this is terrible. This is really bad. I mean, this is really bad. I mean, this is really bad. This is really bad. And I think fortunately for you, there are videos. Some of us know COP Yohono. We know some of your operations person. This should not be happening. It's absolutely.
Obina Joseph Yami can say me say or match ni penny video moko station. Because now omo leadership no. Omo leadership no DH akohwe ne SC wo ho no mo. Enti kakra ye nhwe say o match obi e wo ho no mo a.
Enti ma ye na deck 360 Ghana for us for this video. Omo dey amai but ye go so din komo na Dennis Miracle Sabo ebe kansa ewo ha Dennis akwa bete sen
obi me do so
na bibi ekoyi akwese na wokoyi
obi okay me de me ni hu ene no se yesi ya netie dia ene before me buy issues no so no e me kan say o mampeni John Romani Mahama on take 3 steps back na on reflect it. Nombisa no say what kind of Ghana does he want to leave behind? Because President Rawlings, who was a military ruler, has come and gone. Kufuor has come and gone. Kufuor Mahama Ankasa, His Excellency #1, came and gone. Mills came and left. Kufuor Rabe 8 years abako. If he doesn't take care, from what I've seen with my eyes, the demeanor of Ono and the party for no this country will be thrown into chaos. You know why?
Yeah, but because Honorable Sam George said some of you were in this country in 2019. Why are you talking to?
There has never been a point in this country where a public commission has been established for election chaos like we did in Ayawaso West. So what does it mean by Yangasa? Ayawaso West still remains the only electoral violence because Kaisa Kotia by Baba Jama under the NDC near there. Ayawaso West remains the only electoral violence that decisive actions were taken in TB. Ayawaso West, and yes, I'm George Nkwane narrator chain. We all saw it, and all those who deserve to be condemned, all those who deserve to be punished, all of that were done. So I just say, at least we all saw there were decisive actions.
I don't know who was punished after commission your report by some people mentioned in there saying prosecute you. No, we never prosecuted.
No, so they see punishment is not just prosecution.
I get it.
And see, if you say who were punished, and maybe you are not asking the right question. Say who was prosecuted, then I will understand you. But there were people who were punished. We don't know moved from their friend is saying they were suspended, interdicted for a certain period before they were brought in and taken off their original shadows and all of that. So there were punitive actions. There were people who were punished within the period. But let's even halt that for now.
But before you even go on the concern, I'll read the post here 1 hour ago verbatim. Dear IGP, and there's Sam George. Dear IGP of the Ghana Police Service and Director General of the CID, I am still waiting for the police to act on my complaint from Ayawaso West Wugon. It must be treated as a first come, first served basis. I have patiently waited since 2019 for justice to be served. Let no one who justified the 2019 incident dare try to speak today. You sowed the wind and you have reaped the whirlwind. What was sauce for the goose is sauce for the gander. I have not started yet. This is just the beginning. We will all live in Ghana. Love.
It's not an intelligent comment. It's not, and I'll tell you why. It's not. It's a very unintelligent comment. Right? in the midst of violence, everybody is vulnerable. In the midst of violence, and the method is for me. I was there. There are people who were not targets of the NDC who have been injured. Some even far more injured than the targets and the NDC for honor. And some judge should come back with a much more intelligent, position on this matter. Let me tell you something. Me and thousands and millions of Ghanaians have always held the view that violence is not a way to go. So some judge cannot sit on Twitter and write this, thinking that the entire country must be built around him. How about the millions of other people who are not concerned about any of these things? How about them? How about the millions of mothers, millions of parents are also waiting for Mohona? They are seeing what is happening today. Ablekuma North, people have shut down their shops. People are traumatized. How about them? What is he talking about? What kind of unintelligent position is this? There was something untoward that happened in Ayawaso. Don't forget, Ayawaso West is not the only electoral violence that has happened in this country. Akwetia, under his government, Yetrika efa nipa so Akwetia, people died till now. Yetrika efa nipa so ewa Akwetia. People like Dambo Chemuni are there. That time, did its party even set up even a small committee to even look at it? At least I also was simple there. There was a commission of inquiry. There was a report. People condemned it. People were punished for it. So if there are other aspects even of that report that hasn't been done, this is a very daft, I'm sorry, way of coming back on this matter. Hey, bullets have no political colors, and that is why I always speak against violence, because violence in the PSC here, Obi grab to me at target Obi. Now they now become miracles. It's violence. I hear so. Yes, I they're not true. But Obi, let me tell you, I saw firsthand what happened at Ablekuma today. I saw firsthand. So it happened in Ayawaso. Certain actions had been taken. So what they are saying, and you believe, say, Abia, there is more to be done. Pursue it. But don't sit there and say, you haven't started. You haven't started. What would you do? The next bullet will come to you. If you haven't started and you think that you are yet to start, the next bullet, it will come to you. Why do we do this to this country? Adentia, because of the NEP. I have never been a preacher of violence. I have never been a supporter of Ayawaso West violence. Ayawaso West, I was there. I was a polling agent at our golf house. Baby. I was a polling agent at our golf house. I signed the pink sheet from that police station. So I was there. And I have never been a supporter of any form of violence. So I can speak. So his tweet, it doesn't come at me. But it's a very unintelligent tweet. Because you don't say these things. You don't. What would you do? Then as I'm George Baye. Okay, nigidi ni nyina mu na say basa ye bana obi targete nko Sam George you free more. Then beba. It is not an intelligent comment from him. And he should be ashamed of himself that the Minister of State, a cabinet minister for that matter, this is the kind of comment where in some people cry opposition won't see. It's a PFU one.
Yeah, but if on also a victim in times past, that's a who say or more exact case had you known him are walking about.
I was a victim this morning. It will be very silly on my part. Even though I was a victim this morning, it will be silly on my part to come and sit here and say Mesoma retaliate. It is not intelligent. It is not. It is not intelligent. How about the party for Chika for Mosuakotiane? Should they also retaliate? Listen, it is this act of retaliation. You know why? Because you kuwenya and I wejere and I kunu ena. No so afetu say anto say meku mu nyina no menso na. No so akoko obi. Na nipa no so ebusu afafetu. That is not a smart way to run a society. He is a minister of state, for Christ's sake. It is time we call some judge to order and tell him to speak like a statesman. He's a member of parliament. He needs to speak with emotional intelligence. What is he talking about? And then there are almost about 22 journalists who have been beaten and have sustained injuries today. 22. I'm coming from Ablekuma.
22 no move free media houses, man.
Who said I say bloggers never be?
Yes.
I'm telling you, we're there with them. At least I've seen 7 rush to the hospital. When we join reporter no.
Yes.
When we join reporter no. On any prayer no crash so saying GH1 then I work no. Why? And this is what we can get from the Minister of State, who we are paying with our taxpayers' money. Some judge he should not make such comments. He doesn't have that right. You are being paid by our taxes. You have sworn an oath to protect the lives of these people. And this is the most intelligent comment you can bring. Let any other person say it, but not you. if you want to go on this tangent, drop that position of government, a friend is a minister of state, and come and make such comment. You are not allowed to make such comment because of the position you hold. He cannot make such comments simply because of the position you hold. Hey, some judge too formal be our my way. How can we pay somebody with our taxpayers' money? Now they be not or too phone say.
You may not also be in his shoes. You will not feel what he is feeling.
I am this morning. I am hold on, Matthias here. Matthias here. That's why I have gone back to give you a chronology of what happened. How about if everybody who has been a victim of electoral violence should speak like Sam George, this country will bend.
Because even when your boss, the former vice president Ekasai, said he's calling on President John Dramani Mahama to take action on ablekuma in Sema Ekosono, Honorable Sam George said someone should tell Baumia to shut up. What did he say about Ayawasu West Wugon in 2019? And I said, was it? Sam George tweets
Obi. Sam George authorizes as a minister. I think that we have to find a way to address it. Now, Oshe ne womo a friend is conduct President Alanchi code of conduct.
Code of conduct. Yeah.
So Sam George does not breach it. Obi to me, so a minister who constituency rules and say, I'll fix your brains before you fix the roads.
Obi.
And he's always insulting on the insulting spree. And nobody has seen this in government to draw his attention.
Let's move on from something.
No, because I get it.
Let's move on from it's a very reckless comment.
Just give me a minute, maybe. The regional organizer of the NDC, Anthony Nupenu, in Komomra Sisia, Anthony Akwaba Nete saying, Adumia ni crying kakanka. Na Sisiano, o ablekuma no fana. Oh, nice. Inti the akwaso neni nyina wa hu bibia.
Mbacho nyame adum. Me hu nyina ba me hu dodo na.
Iba ase eni enyan kakra wa na.
Den na isi.
Na hu videos ni bi.
Yen no.
Oh. E de how akum sen de no hu yi.
Me hu se bibi ni nam social media.
Obi. Sa.
Me who say nkofo send video bi me say orchestrated and some comedy bi na here.
Oh, that be video ye hu ye a former minister of state ya pemana or that form ye hu and this MPP4 deputy national organizer boys na bono rough ma wabu nkotoje o se ni nyina no hu baby ya
nyame ni kwani mincha etiefo na minda Ghana fo nyina ase Ghana police any about to form war ablekuma 19 constituency odo mo di kire Ghana soon be over by this time. The Gini said, yeah, this year, how I come soon, Sammy Ukuru, then it's miracle, one polling center, for Methodist Church, Trimami. Now, me do now, interview, now how I can interview. And Mustafa Bande Sunni miracle, so yeah, interview on another side. So it was very chaotic there because now media house is not door soon. In Kofusubu of a bridge, you come shouting Mustafa said this media engagement because it will bring basa. And let's say police for no crump no because say no, this thing is becoming chaotic and disperse. And it was after that me call and I mean social media, something like that is circulating. That's what I saw.
Not just say Omobabe attack how I come say na wuni ho.
No.
But would you, having seen it on social media, would you condemn the
for that one, we've all been condemning it because just that what I'm so happy is that there has not been gunshot, no life is lost yet. I think there is an assault that we are condemning, on certain terms. And after every election, we'll try and meet her and then commiserate with her and then apologize to her. But it should also be on record said some of the tax that I've seen are not people who are from our stock. I don't want to make that comment, but if it's a reality. These are boys from his former constituency. I don't know who brought them.
Yeah, but the former constituency boys say, why would they, if they are from her stock, why would they be attacking her? Are they?
And that's only the politics. The only Kofu are gonna say who disappoint you more. Any day they can do anything. Excuse me, silly towards you. So if they are being silly, police will investigate. Police will investigate.
Na NPP4 Deputy National Organizer the DNA.
Honestly, me who say Yabuno, baby, meaning which part of the constituency in Yabuno? Meaning?
Hey, Anthony Nupeno.
Obi. I've had to stay off media on these issues because in operation when you are talking too much, you lose focus. But I was a media, some of the media houses move here, say to me. But the constituency, we are working within a limited a circle. But some of the things that I'm seeing, you don't even know. Well, look, Obi, I drove to MPP office at Odoko. I met Niteko. I met the regional treasurer. I didn't even know that that's the office. I was looking for one point. I walked into the office and I meet here with me and I end this in your office. And I mean who's on party office and I didn't tell me who and I mean nobody so we have been fine. I met Samir Wuku. Charlie, come there. Come there. I met Samir Wuku. We stood, we spoke. A lot of their leaders I met. So everything is cordial and harmonious on the foot. So some of these excesses that we are seeing, largely some are also being exaggerated and fictions are created, but we manage it. It's a lesson. You can't go to war without.
But from the videos we've seen, the last thing anybody will talk about the exaggeration. These are not exaggerations, so no.
But don't forget this camera caption. AI can.
Men say interview.
Okay,
Hey. Now, when you bring some videos, we former minister of state, Pemno, at the former Bonko for some police.
Former minister of state, and you know about two. On go to, will be our money too. I don't wish her anything bad, but don't rule it as he fired a gun. Rather.
Okay. Anthony, my men say, Koswana boy, you may be near. You best have in the NDC regional organizer, Anthony Nupenu, and Yetin Kano. You're turning the power.
Oh, Legon started 1100 to your orientation.
Oh, sure.
You must start 100, start 200. But still, your orientation. So, we need to your orientation.
Yes.
Didn't you?
Sunny, I'm working way around the school. What in you maybe I say how was school you're pretty.
I say yeah,
dear. And Nioma Waha and Sani, yes.
Mesre,
yes.
Mesre Mampeni. To me, dear no one. Say, yeah, my positions are now say me ba multimedia Jumeku Macrano. Na journalism no my practice for almost 10 years or so. But still, me baha obey your orientation because maybe I wouldn't a Juman any so. But had ye, until told them say had ye yan sao had ye be a no more senior Monsieur Moniema position be a debema ubiano and Nissenia was a way twist ne postings be or honor more and saying ministers ni be ya at a senior. First, na omuwo position communicating me a tester me yanyanisa because unya be ye minister say we ye minister assembly e be free wano say wo twa to baby o say wo ye den no people take it say ministry na ekasa eye obi okita authority bi na ekasa eti ye nka no yo sa assembly kura wo mu a because of the position na kita wo ninti no untumi nka ne troka
And I think if there is one thing I may in Honorable Samjad, I mean, everybody is impressed about the fact that we're active on social media, to me engaging, but the way engagement or in insulting it's not cool. And I think I'm surprised even the presidency and the president calling it to order. That is not cool.
Me, I was so happy. The young guys ni be position ni way. Ebi conduct your movie. Ebi so the no movie as orientation.
Because omo active on social media. Don't forget to say Omane Boama. Don't forget to say Ashanti region minister no very active. You see him engaging among for testing any other.
Oh nano shemachi kwan your fast so emma communication adwuma and then send your working maturity crowd the age asem
Sam George then I say a trend are you too consistent. There was this lady be or bebusa and the question be no what to be amount yes boy be a tech blogger be we no what to be amount now saying the obi say the constituency roots now what it's not cool. And I think the president should know how Ghanaians see him and the picture we have about the president and ensure that will reflect on his ministers because you cannot allow ministers to be clapping back at Ghanaians in that way. It's not cool.
Niema akwala na ni subiri na osesa niema wo fom no obo de nsam ye nu bo no fa na chi sei eti girl no osesa niema wo fom wo fa we nu na niema so kita no
na niema ni cry ba na
ne tripod ni kita na fe wo say the other girl no ne kwa ne show ni mu ma na ni ba me hwesa wakoto fom on fa we Obi no. Obi e bi nto wo da. I don't know
say girl nimpo no. Na nya say ebia or ba baby guys ni gina. Ono na ni hwe ba bi o ko ne ba bi.
Wo kai ko fodua. Menne wo ne nana ya fe de omo ba wo so a wo re fibrofo say am media. Na won sa wo so. Hwe ebi ben wa.
Ma me fa call we lawyer Samia Uku MP Ekwapem North constituency. Samia kwa bet saying hello.
Yeah, I'm talking.
Na it's saying
Eboko.
Oda so ablekuma no fa na wafi ho.
Oh, no, within the catchment you say I'm a baby honorable how I couldn't sing. And never hospital baby.
Oh, okay.
And I feel na medwa. If you ablekuma no ta be do
as a former youth leader, a former national organizer, when elections in this country, the
well, I don't think there's a violence. We need a message. We're at the center of the capital, and 19 stations strong in areas that predominantly in IMPP. We are winning. I mean, say there's a subtle attempt to justify me a course of any the unprovoked, unwarranted attacks on honorable Hawkins and the candidates APFC. In fact, me are from morning 6:30 o'clock. Many APFC and I call polling stations now. We're going from polling station to polling station. And you see, you could pay maybe I am Mercedes to you know. Now, the significance of that place is that a Honda and the furnaces are collated seats near anything seats near the other. No, in that same place. At the same place now, when it's saying, "Today, I could you know your bone come on, na BBI okay." I'm a party ways. If you know miracles, the friend of cousin. I say, and so for. I say, for be the chairman. Now I say, I'm more instructions. I'm more less power or no miracles. And I mean, yeah. So what he had was that Samuel could not say how I no more when he show. The miracles that he was granting an interview. In 30 seconds.
I've gone straight to our house. And yes, here to car, many a case here, money come another place. If you ask me, I don't think that there's a listen to me. You know, when my attention was drawn to it, my friend, Mr. Fabandi, Mr. Fred Akugan, I said, no, dear, you know, I'm born for Moses here. Then, what are you saying? That's right. No. Champion Hawa.
Yes. Samuel Tominga. Hello? Okay.
Wait, too much. How are you? Too much. Resilience.
What do Honorable Hawa comes in Wana?
I'm a dinner.
Ewo hospital ho. Na ye betimi na kasa. Oh, okay. But ne what to say?
Oh yeah, I'm doctor for
Mate. And okay. It is not my final question. What drew away the monitor? No, to me at was so. My final question would be, sir.
Can I make about final question?
Okay.
To me, I'm afraid, Mustafa Bande, and I'm afraid I could go. I share a bone come more come. Even when I party ways, I'm Mamma Kofakobo. Union Mumma down with
Semper FM.
And also, oh, where they brought me away. And I said, no, then he should cross check. The cranny also said to car and then a call for Bahonum to also try and also call their boys to order. If you and I call back to your campaign office, the candidates in the campaign office on and your name penny for so together with the candidates and Dr. Bane Champon constituency executives and the youth national youth organizer and name open so together with almost about 100 of our people. We go back to the scene to find out the union they are okay and if police have been able to restore calm. And they had also resumed voting. Not police were maintaining law and order. But let me emphasize that this violence is unnecessary. But the NDC, we shall remember. We shall remember.
Mobekai the SCN. But that will mean that the vicious cycle will continue.
And that's a repetition. They say, but we shall remember. The way President Mahama, Ekai Ayawaso, or Kai Techimana, and every day no crime, we shall remember. Crime, the any expiry date, and this is a milk powder, and this is Milo. We shall remember. Yeah. Because it is clear that when they asked the NPP to sign the anti-vigilantism pact, Mantia and the parties who buying in a NPP G2, Mantia Kuku na away no NPP can say for the sake of our country. So more dear. It is clear the NDC did not go by the gentleman's agreement, which is unfortunate. And that is a very serious threat to our democracy. Because Anima Wekokoso Obi, a man for the administrators of the political parties, especially the NPP leadership,
Semper FM,
to even call their supporters to order. To call these supporters to order. But if you see the blatant violation of electoral rules, and strangely, man on our bomb, our candidate, Dakon Newman. I'm a member of the quad and I'm Monfa, colleague member. And I see it as an unfortunate act. And I like the video I've seen from the former vice president, also asking His Excellency the President to call his tax to order. Yeah, but no, Honorable Sam George said the former vice president should shut up. They were one Kasa in 2019. Forget Sam George. Sam George, I won't do it on his post and statement. But the American is Dr. Bamian's statement and also emphasizing, say, no matter how long it takes, the perpetrators of this act, we shall remember. And for all those who must act in defense and the protection of people's human rights, if you do a good job, we shall remember. If you don't do a good job, NPP shall remember. 2029, we shall remember.
Mame Nasi, Bibi any Bessia in Comobio. Why? Yeah, that's the pass. Samia Uku, former national organizer, former national youth organizer, currently the MP for Kwapim North constituency. Until now, let's come back in the studio. Miracles, until why you post Bibri on the SC, who you post Nina, and I was saying, Ebimusa now said them, baby, now, Ukra phone, who posted, now, way.
Almost every channel you see me on.
Yeah, now also.
I think that's a response. This is what happened. Anopano, me call Odoko Methodist. In fact, that was after I'd gone to about 6 other polling stations. But me do Odoko Methodist and decided to be because Odoko Methodist one, any election you cry to nefapem. And then this for your 12 December 7th. Omokoshe. That was the place, that location. I was our police station, was our school, no more share. Into me could do up and our MP before the catch and say, organizer now, no leady, and this organizer no leady, he's on video. After December year coalition, December 7th, or Tete, pink sheet him now is on video. No, or nay, MPP for be a class or community name, Aje, Alboma, MPP for year get out to vote house to our attitude, and they want to beat him up. And I'm a catcher saying, because as at that time, na battle no koso boko bibia kra NC. Inti me honorable Hawa Kumsen Dakwa Newman any wo. And candidate honorable Kefri and honorable Sami Uku. Ebae. Don't be kind ho. If I'm by a crazy age now, I bon komo any police for any electoral commission agent, any NDC agent can need ngomo. Ye nyina na ejeje ho and Mustafa Bandi. Ebe kai ho. Enti Mustafa Bandi bae no. Many Mustafa Bande crowd the same and say we are come. Mustafa Bande is sad that me come see. And I'm so sad that come. And a grantee interview together. So that standing interview no crowd was like a panel. Or kakakra. All the cameras were in front of us. Yedin komoni muana Anthony. Nupenu. Eba.
Also become. Okay.
And then Anthony Nupenu ne Mustafa Bande in a grantee. Yena ne ka say. Eyenko. It's yena ne pie ne begina school nenim in front of the gates. Police wanted the gates and na ye ko gina nim. It's yena na akuga no so ebeka ho. Intakugan by any we're all there having a very healthy conversation, which we even thought it was good for the optics. Because then it's easy tension and all of that. And I think the Greater Accra Regional Women Organizers will buy. And no better and also see them. And no better you know near Dinkomo. Dinkomo in area. And candidates, you know, and Samuel Kuka said they were moving to the next polling stations. And Tomuka is more called the next polling stations, you know. And Memeka said, oh, Sadia, you moving around a lot of the polling stations. Sadia, you bet Kenwaha. Ne Yabwa, Ashe, Niema, Inti Ekame, Honorable Hawa Kumsen, Honorable Dakwa Newman, Yamiensa. And yes, Dakwa Newman quite or your agent.
Okay.
Into no cry agent Taga. Or you're the second agent, it was our Odoko Methodist polling station.
Okay.
But the rule at the police station was that at any point in time, only one party's agent will be there.
Okay.
And see, Honorable Dakwa Newman, Hawa Kumsin, agent Edinkomo. And Menso, Mijina Gate Nano, and Mijina Hona. In fact, at that point, it was the Joy News reporter.
Okay.
Me, I can tell you, say Nipa no pay or save me. Nipa me police ni bakwa minim nidi. Any Jackie.
Joy News
correspondent. She doesn't even know what she did for me, but I'll tell her later.
Okay.
Into my I measured that up the time. Pamela na kodina na madana se. Into Jude Duncan City TV. Interview many Nijina kasa interview no crampon. It wasn't on a specific matter. It was basically like commentary.
General way. Okay.
Gentleman be by and say, Munjai sa Samia ukuni miracles no. Omo yeda wa ha. Nti no kasa road nim. And in fact we ignored him. We didn't even respond.
Okay.
Until some of our boys decided to react.
Okay.
And yes, Munjai. And because obiya mbetoba police we jira ha bebo obiya ho ban obiya mbetoba. Then the guy was still going on with the rant, but we ignored him completely. So we continued with the interview. Other media houses with the microphone near camera back on into yegu so aye kasa no within 3-4 minutes and you say pickups by 6 ababe pack e wo kwan nim. But it wasn't unusual because people come in and go. I mean, party for monitoring there, so it wasn't something that we thought it was anything unusual. But for some reason, almost see, and they were
free pick up.
Pick up in almost and they came straight at the police. Police for no gate, I know you're about 30. You know, and
police for an boy.
So they're holding guns and cutlasses. And to be honest, maybe who guns and cutlasses, but I'm saying, these are not the usual party monitoring group. And see, I was still watching them and talking. To be very honest, police in the back and he did very well. Actually, say miracles, bro. And I'm a committee. It's Judan can group no. And many microphone no. Every man no kasa and on the camera no. A coach there. Boys na air banoso. It's police for them no. The police remember. Crash. And there are 60, and I'm giving you a specific number because I asked their leader, 60 policemen in an air Warsaw station. And my cramika, I say, my phone about almost all police for Brano Muyum Sishom. And the say, now police station Bako Pet and a police for baby, police for the cry yard or so crossing album Nipan Betuabano. And it was a worry. Ye jina wa ye din common na boys in the bull right. Don't do your police in the back. Eh, na dwen so almost or stop you mo no born the chest na police in tough em into pim police in chest na or tough em no e no mu nyina movie to be very fair police for nyina bie mu
say omo mesen nko
because
na ba ko atofom
and you couldn't blame them because omo kwentuo ene nsekan police for no obie nkura hwe omo nkura hwe omo pocket and you can't blame them. They were helpless. Not armed, helpless. You know, compound. Into compound, you know, what happened was that they went straight to Hawa Kumsen. A few of the policemen tried to stop them, you know, in front. But omuchi form so. And omuchi omumi and sa. Group bako eka will get down anymore whoever they can identify. And at the second group, call polling station materials in the ballot boxes no egu baby by electoral commission for the yard omu the kind of electoral materials shefira so me mu ndomu pia omu na many nyina shefira so me no mo fire. But you see, because the place is chaotic, unless you are a target, you can find a way to move around. It's electoral commission for the yard, they quickly pick the materials and then omu compare classroom baby then they went straight to Hawa Kumsen. So the first gentleman slapped Hawa Kumsin from the front. And abako and as someone came home, say only Jackie Kasa. Jackie has the footage from the first slap to the multiple slaps. Into bona sumuno, and abako so bona sumfinechi. In the Hawa Kumsin, pepper spray. You know, spray gun from him. Into spray gun from him, and the man the chance not to tell kakra. I can tell you said they would have killed there right there. Because the initial movement on Hawa Kumsin, it was like 30 people. Eti sa pepper spray na o spray no and the ma omu nyina ya den ekomachi to omu komachi no and a gentleman back who say pepper spray no atmosphere nim enti of fly was a white smoke and a fly ye fie kire say he was going to headbutt Hawa Kumsin and Hawa Kumsin konachi. In fact ne tinu crack Hawa Kumsin kakra and o konachi and a feed omu nyina ko gu Hawa Kumsin so obi, to be very honest, nyankopon ko an save mama no. For 5 to 10 minutes, Hawa Kumsin was on the floor. Police from the Krampono, they had to retreat and rethink before they came in. It's before police from the go Hawa Kumsin won't say omo be saving no more brobe 10 minutes. Etieti na yasi tieti anu tieti ani trim ni ade ba ko de tu onachi epem Hawa Kumsin kokoso.
Boys ne ba ho.
Yes, or the tu onachi say or the Hawa Kumsin. To be very honest, I have respected Hawa Kumsin today because even sa akukudrona onyaya a man yi pepper spray no edugu at was. See, the only thing that saved Hawa Kumsin's life today, pepper spray na odi can you see no, because you see the initial attack no was 30 people going on Hawa Kumsin. eti o spray sa pepper spray no e bought her some time and the man police for no so reorganize your ho and o move in to help her eti omo bu no fam wo sa no then about 8 so you can see the police until na police ni ba ko bi na person so no won say the police for no person present and the boys no bu for police for no so look at the boy flying yeah what's a fly eti omo pem no wie no eti after 10 minutes beating no and the police for no to be far how akumsen no mo ne ko share classroom bi eti omo di akire ko sa classroom wo ina omo san twa omo mienu biem ina one group akoda ko Newman so na omo amfa no wanche no
oh da ko Newman
bo ma bo nene no oh bo ma bo da ko Newman nene no because what happened is that
former MP da ko Newman
what happened is that da ko Newman was trying to protect Hawa Kumsen.
Okay.
And I think the boys, to be very honest, they are not boys who can identify. Yes. Police.
Okay.
The boys could not really identify her immediately.
Yes.
But after Hawa Kumsen was whisked away into the classroom, no, the next person they to me abono, and then they Newman. And then the almost started to move no. Na Nyankopon, and boy Nyankopon the boy many say Obi. My boys now a breaky police from the barricade no mura compound one and the police ni ba ko kai say miracles bra because the police guy clearly realized that if this guy should identify me what you say and the police so now say me so I read road kakra oh it's I don't there me bomb me say 2 times me so tell you na me fi police for no ho ejira jack in chain it's the boy me say Joy News cameraman no cars bi park and a billboard bi gina ho na billboard no e wo fam kakra nti makote ho and a Joy News cameraman no ono no twa asade we yo e de ne camera no zoom in our Kumsen and a Jackie afo atena wall no so eti Jackie was on the wall eti Jackie no na wa block me nim tell me say Jackie saving my life no it's not Jackie are blocking me many. So I just say now utie kasa mo kenyo mo say akwesinsia it's Jackie wasn't a target so Jackie was okay from Joy News because but now akwesinsia no mo hwe no
akwesinsia ya akwesinsia Adum TV
akwesinsia so na no ding enti omo ma Jackie there enti edu baby kra if you ask Jackie I was telling him say Jackie calm down where you are seated is not safe but now me so be not no boa me kakra because not blocking me nim enti obi after the beating near day I couldn't move because I mean me ya one man hwe me movie abi beba omo identify me there say beba nti egu so na me hu say afede omo bo ha akomsi na ma na ko hwe mu so they were looking for a way to get her out into omo nyina attention ye den ekodi ho and I'm afraid MPP boys and say listen the way the situation is some kasa more retaliate there will be bloodshed nti me movie MPP boys ni nyina and ekogu satama make say na police for no be ejeja baby e because they don't have weapons. And Obi, I can tell you that I sympathize with every police officer that was deployed today.
Home so wa me kai baby we drew no me ba mo we ma me ne Tanko Rashid computer on here NDC director.
He wasn't there.
Say we hu na me ni be din komo trobo or the NDC's deputy director of elections and IT ora computer akwa be te saying
Obi o
nyame mo na so
I do go
na uwo constituency wa na uwo ablekuma north
ani wa ablekuma north
na ene wa hu de akoso yi
yo hu
na indi ete wo saying
na men kiche o telefone ni na Obi asan we nu ami nyina ye kasa sa na nipa monti ase yo nim say this weekend MPP no mo ye say o mo ba be contest election way problem on preference person on this rerun because your national general secretary our party no the press conference no see omamba they will not contest this election they will not contest today tomorrow enu ko mami no su kan say on contest ade no then less than 12 hours to election then no the U10 that was the time it will be that we got to know that these people they have some other ulterior motives. And you say election no more about contesting. Oh, the presidential candidates on the only man. Almost 1 million Ghana cedis no more crazy by evening time. You have only 19 party agents. Now open 1 million Ghana to acquire there. Then we had the intelligence this morning that some of the presidential candidates, Omnipa, are going to slag it out among themselves because somebody money was not recognized when he gave the money to Manu. Meba. That the money was not recognized.
Or a computer.
And then this morning we got the intelligence.
Or a computer, the videos we've seen are very serious videos. And let's approach this issue with the seriousness it deserves. Unya intel say why am I slagging why I say Obi Sanka Obi Sika anyway. Please, Mr. Computer. The SCA. Hold on.
That this morning, when we started, everything was going on peacefully. All the other areas, all the 18 areas, no problem there. It's only one area. Now who say Asamas? We didn't understand because the NDC today we have not deployed any party security there. And then the operation. I'm the deputy director of elections. And then I'm leading the operation.
Hold on.
We have not deployed any party security.
Mr. Computer,
we have confidence in the state security.
Okay.
What do
Okay. In the boys
then everybody writes them. We realized that we couldn't even recognize any of the people that involved in that thing. That was where we got to know that intelligence because Nipa no Mokoye no. I won't end this Nipa. But
honorable Tanko Computer. Boys na Babebo Hawa Kumsin. Omobo Dakua Newman. Omobo Deputy National Organizer of the NPP, no. Also Omoye MPP for.
This is not the first time NPP have been beating each other.
Answer my question.
The first time.
Answer my question.
And I mean count now.
Okay, maybe Inti.
Give a catalog of how they beat each other from their offices to congresses to conferences. They have countless history of that. And you're going a first time.
Inti Ruth De Lacedo, NDC, mo deputy youth organizer, or say men who attacked Hawa Kumsin were protecting the integrity of the ballot. And how do you reconcile the Awokeni or not say they are okay?
Leadership of the party, we all right there. Is it that some people are trying to bring back the 2019? We are not going to pay them back. That is not our position as a party. We are not paying them back. They think we are going to pay them back. So they brought their own ranks and now they are unleashing themselves with this kind of problem and think that NDC is involved. You are Obi. Look, where they are. NDC, we are not involved in it.
Honorable Tanko Computer, ma nasi bibiani ebese ababidin komobio. Why? Meda sepa ma yenhwene yemfa ensi. Ekosi sense ne higher sempa FM. Enti yes, miracle.
Obi de tie nyina ne say out of the 19 police stations na yet to about when no. If in 1996 ebepem 2024 year crowd this with abaso MPP 16 of them Mbibia ye wini nansi ya de 2 year cray 16 year wini ablekuma not is a stronghold of the MPP makdika ka kire se bibia saba se yesi ye bibia eho eno say pink sheet na ne amasa abato ye to nyina ba ye into the NDC omo rehearse ye say this is exactly what they would do. This is what they wanted to do. The thinking is that some yes abasabase no yes I to trust me ya na amount for cash demo no man metwaba. That is all there is to what it is that they are doing. Now se penny to say Rashid Tanko ebejina your friend is saying ebejina radio so no ka sebe sa semia se nyanse bi enim ya entosum ya. Now Obi how do you come and Obi ya you have seen on video when you been narrate you when you say boys see elbow the deputy national organizer of the MPP when you say omobo Hawa Kumsen. What sense is there in what you are saying? What happened to empathy? What happened to humanity? Etienne nyumrei, onyo nyumrei, se nipa boni efo be chetanko no bo na nyumrei ya. Na de chia. Metumi abeja radio Isaac se ni fie for no manya kasakasa no mabo no. What kind of sense is there in what he said? Somebody almost lost his life. I've told you, say, the number of media men that have been beaten today, the entire 20 years, the last 20 years of Ghana, assaulting media men. My message is to the president of the republic, and he said, and our responsibility to protect the sanctity and sanity of this country.
Yes.
He should call his attack dogs like Rashid Tanko and Co to order. If he doesn't, the legacy that he will leave in this country will be on his head. Presidents Bebre Ababesi Akochum Omunyina have left Ghana in one piece. Because you see, there's one thing that is sure in this matter. The MPP will not settle down for this to continue. I don't know, I assure with you. I don't know, I assure with you. I don't know what you're saying. Vigilante law. And a vigilante law, we are recalling all our boys. All of them. And that's what they're doing. And then the police when on a vigilantes have the police. If the police don't arrest them and take them, all of them, they don't arrest them and take them. Where is the law? There is no vigilance because it was them. You see, I was standing by the police. They were there. In fact, some of the police were themselves assaulted. And I can assure you. And you see, I always say something. Say bullets, any political color. So obi 2 bullets say nearby any political color. Yes. And in the midst of chaos, there is no order. So I just say, until nobody benefits when there is chaos. Nyakupo penny then as I say ablekuma not for stand up. And let me commend ablekuma not MPP. Obi, they have fought their way back to order. Because they realize the police cannot protect them. They fought. And to call ablekuma not mrante na coin na omo pamo hoodlums in the police station. Because him omo bo ha wakum si we no man ko. Omo cut na ho. For 3 hours the election was on hold.
Suppressing votes.
Because they said omo nko no bia betwa. It took the ablekuma not MPP boys to rise up and fight them before they left the polling station. Answer about to me ade ekoso. And then 10 a.m. and I'm be disrupt here and I'm be bo nkrofo. Akotia is not going to be like that. And if anything happens, it is going to be on their head. Akaka krebini atwa benewie.
Yes, not counting.
Omampeni John Dramani Mahame.
Okay.
Inspector General of Police Yohunu. With what I have seen with my eyes. So one sorry nyina wa ablekuma not one shall just say sign kobasi e beto no foforo. Because the distraction of the pink sheets that they did, the people who did it, they are the same people moving from police station and police station. What they have even decided to do is that they are not going to allow the counting of the ballots in even some police stations to go on. The MPP guys have also decided, said, to hell with you. What you did in the morning will not repeat itself.
Okay.
And that, whatever happened here, look at this, look at the Oba media house. And that, whatever happens today, what happened in the morning will not recur during counting and collation. So as we speak to you today, the polling station executives of the MPP and the membership of the MPP have decided, say, if the police doesn't give them confidence and show, say they can protect the counting and protect the coalition, they are going to rise up and do it themselves, like they did at the Methodists and sacked those hoodlums. And I don't think that is something that the president wants. You see, I keep saying it. MPP and NDC in this country, the strength is like this. Obia betumi mobilize it. And as we speak, the MPP have decided that they will protect the ballot themselves. The IGP should rise up and prove to the party. Both parties said they can protect this country, protect us, and protect the ballot, so that we can forestall unnecessary bloodshed. But if he doesn't, and he leaves it like he has left it the whole day there will be chaos at the counting this evening.
Dennis Miracle Sabuaje and I attending. Can I wish we could continue